Mark Robinson, end of day 2, Horsham. What's your analysis of the day's play?
Not a bit of frustration really. It was a big toss when we lost it. And I thought we had the two outstanding seamers so far in the game, in McGoffin and Robinson, who's bowled brilliantly. And unfortunately we haven't been able to back them up, which is probably no fault of our backup bowlers because of the age of the and their inexperience. But it costs you on wickets like this when you always feel you're a wicket away from getting inroads. And unfortunately for Mags and Ollie, they beat the bat a hell of a lot yesterday, today, as well as they played. We need to sustain pressure. The game went away from you a little bit, and then probably got too many on the wicket, which has got a little bit into the seamers. And obviously, it seems slow turn. It's fast scoring and batters can score. And then, today we've had the opposite conditions to yesterday with the grey, sullen skies, and you're pushing it a little bit. And I think all the batters will be disappointed with their dismissals, but we've seen that happen a lot when you're chasing a bit of level all day and you've got a bit of fatigue in your mind as much as your legs. Not that I'm giving them that many excuses, but you have to have a bit of empathy at times. So look, we live to fight another day. We'll come back. We've showed great character in the dressing room all season. We're going to need a bit more of that in the next 2 days. One
of the sort of in terms in cricket seems to be scoreboard pressure, Mark. Is that a little bit to do with some of the shots in the Sussex innings?
Look, it's poor execution, isn't it? You want to be positive, you want to sit there and die in a hole, otherwise a lot of pressure comes on you, but equally you've got to be able to sit in at the right times, and that's a judgment call. And all the batters, especially I suppose the openers, were the most disappointed because they're in and off and running really, and everything looked quite flat and dead. And then they give the game a bit of energy, don't they? Again, they like Worston's Gurney's in mid-spell, and sort of we lose another 2. So, but that's the game, isn't it? We've done that to other teams in the past, and obviously they've done it today. Like you say, the weather forecast is meant to be a bit better tomorrow. Everybody will be good night's sleep, and hopefully we come back and we make a real fight of what is a good cricket wicket here. As I say, it's an excellent cricket wicket. All the bowlers are in the game, but as always at Horsham, if you get it wrong, you can travel and go the distance.
Outstanding innings from James Taylor, a player you know well. What did you make of that knock?
Well, look, he fought hard, didn't he? He fought hard and rode his luck against Mags and Ollie for quite a while, really. But what he is an excellent player of spin, and he made it really difficult for a young 21-year-old to bowl. Wells did a good job, but he's a very good player of spinning. And he got better and better into the longer the innings, so probably, from 70 onwards, he started to play really, really well. And, we needed him out. There was a big LB shout on Ollie Robinson, on Hobbsy on that early morning when we were all over them a little bit. Didn't go his way. Look, what James has got is a fantastic appetite to score runs and to go big, and I've seen that time and time again, not only against us but for the England Lions. And he's an advert for any of our players watching how to stick to a game plan and how to run hard as well. Even when he's over 200, he's got great fitness. So look, he's played well, but we'd like to be able to back up Ollie and Mags a little bit more than it might not have maybe played quite as well.
Let's talk about Steve McGoffin. In a total of 570, I think he bowled 31 overs, Mark, and I think he won for 53. That's extraordinary analysis, really.
Both him and Ollie were outstanding. Ollie in his first year of his game. Ollie bowled, yesterday was a strong wind, bright sunshine, and he did a manful job at that far end. And he held us really. And if anything, he's been our standout bowlers. Mags has got a slight calf, which he's had to carry in this game, but Mags has bowled equally well. I mean, this morning they beat the back repeatedly, the pair of them, didn't they? So he didn't get what he deserved. But that's the game. Sometimes that's the trouble. You lose momentum of the match by not being able to back up. Unfortunately, our 2 frontline bowlers, these things can happen. But Mags is a great example to Ollie. And as I say, watching Ollie at Taunton, he lost nothing in comparison, which is why I'm so pleased with him as a young man, and he's got no better mentor or leader of the pack in McGoffin at the other end.
2 days to go. What's the plan for tomorrow?
I bet you know it, don't you?
Got to bat and bet, I guess.
Oh, look, you just play. As I say, it's fast scoring, don't you? You can't look too far ahead. You can't worry about milestones or anything like that. I mean, as I say, that's the example of what James showed us. Look, he scratched and he inside edged it and he flicked it or whatever for the first big chunk of his innings, but he stuck to a game plan, and then as he settled and got in, he played fluently. More and more the game went on, and as I say, that's a proper run getter. It's not how you look or just how many you get, and that's what James showed us. 20 of our batters, I don't care whether they get them stylishly or ugly, it's about you get the runs. So look, we'll come tomorrow and they'll say hopefully the sun will shine and we'll bat well.
I apologise for asking this question again about injuries. Jimmy Adley was on the ground yesterday having a bit of a warm-up. What's the latest with Jimmy and some of your quicker bowlers?
Well, we've got progression because they're at least bowling the ball at the moment, which helps, doesn't it? So Lewis had a bowl off his full run up last week. He hasn't been not in a position to play in a game yet. And like you said, Jimmy is bowling a little bit more intensity, not quite intensely patches bowling at the moment, but he is bowling again, so hopefully both of them at some point might be able to have a game. Chris Jordan, I think, might be coming here to have a light bowl, which is obviously encouraging. They're all a little bit away from being able to play matches, though, as a bowlers anyway.
Terrific, Mark. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you.